So we have a family of schools and two in the Issaquah-Sammamish area, one here in Kirkland. Combined, it's about 450 children. So that's 450 children arriving every day and being dismissed every day. And it needs to be done correctly and efficiently and safely. I think also for us, the map benefit has been really paramount because we can see where the cars are in relation to the school. We can see which cars are approaching first, which children to kind of have lined up and ready to go out the door. And then, of course, the attendance feature that shows us what time a parent signed out, what time they signed in. So as they're approaching, the teachers and I can look at the iPad and be ready to get those children dismissed. We're on a fairly busy road. People are driving to work, to and from school. We have school buses, city buses. There's actually a bus stop just a block away from our entrance. So we really need to move the traffic quickly in and out of our driveway. It's not a huge driveway, so there's a certain number of cars that will fit at any given time. And we really need to be able to have the kids queued up and loaded in those cars quickly and keep the flow of traffic moving so we're not making more congestion on the city streets. One of our sister schools has that roundabout that you mentioned, and so again, there's a limited number of cars that can be there waiting for their children, so we really need to keep it moving quickly and safely. So there's a number of elements that make it work really well. Obviously, the signature capture is so important. It's a state requirement that we capture signatures at drop-off and pick-up. It becomes wasteful and cumbersome to do it on paper, which had been done for years at our sister schools that started in the 80s. They had clipboards of paper and parents were digging through looking for their name and signatures would get wet in the rain. So this is a much more efficient way to capture the signatures and then also be able to store them and go back and look at them in case there's ever any need to pull those up. We've had a couple of cases where it was required that we prove which parents dropped off at which time, and we were able to use the advanced report feature to pull the signatures just for that child and provide very accurate timing and then even the image of the parent's signature. So that was a huge benefit. So definitely cost has to be a factor, and so we looked at the cost savings in relation to the amount of paper we were printing each day, the number of staff that had to be present to take signature papers to the cars, the number of staff present running back and forth to get children, checking the parents to see who they are, is this who they say they are. So there was a lot of manpower involved before the software was available. And I think that was a huge cost savings. And honestly, just the safety feature. I think liability of having a child going into the wrong hands or just parent peace of mind, it's worth more than you can imagine. It's been wonderful about that. We've been able to kind of customize how we use the features. We'll even sometimes just set the iPad up in the office and turn on, the auditory features. So we'll hear a ding and then I'll know to look, oh, so-and-so's getting picked up early. Let's go have them get their backpack ready because the parent has shown up on the map and is signing them out. So even if it's a, minimal saving for one school, once you multiply that by 3, it really does start to add up. That's manpower at 3 different campuses that we can cut back on. That's safety and time and convenience that is expanded to all 3 of our campuses. So when you look at it from the big picture, it really has been a big savings for us. And right now, during the pandemic, it's been really helpful to have the health question pop up so that parents have to verify their child has not had a fever within the 24-hour period and that they've not taken any fever-reducing medication. It's really great having that signature time stamped. It's not just the parents saying what time they think they picked up their child, but we get a very clear picture of exactly when that child was picked up, which can be useful with late pickups and things like that. Yeah, I think the team as a whole has been incredibly responsive and helpful. I know in the beginning when we were still learning and maybe there were bugs to tweak, I was able to email you directly and you've communicated directly with parents that have been having issues or problems with downloading the app on their phone. So it feels like it's a small family business that's just here to help us out, even though I know you've expanded into hundreds of schools. So it's been really nice to be able to keep that communication open and the support. You're always informing us when new updates are available and how to work around any issues a parent might have, new features that are coming out. So that's been really a fun thing to watch your company grow over the years, and we really are grateful to be a part of it.